Hey there YouTube, it's France coming at y'all. If this is your first time, please like, please subscribe, please comment. I'm looking for some feedback. In this video, I wanted to recap some of my 2018 goals and talk a little bit about where those goals are at right now and tell you guys what are my goals for 2019. So 2018, I called my year of exploration, where I was really exploring deeply my thoughts around what I wanted for myself, just in general as a human being living on this earth. I was, 31, and coming off of being 30, everyone says like, I've reached all of the goals that I had set for myself, that I, when I was younger, in terms of like, finishing grad school, getting married, starting a family, buying a house, having a successful career in behavioral health. Like all those things were going, but then I was feeling coming out of 2017 that I was kind of like on autopilot. So I was really looking for 2018 to be a year where I explored really deeply, now that I've had like settled in or reached a kind of like plateau, if you will, like exploring deeper, like, all right, so I've reached these goals. I've reached these kind of like these expected kind of goals of myself, expected from like family or friends or like the general society of what the expectations for someone that's 30 years old should be and be doing. Where I wanted to explore deeper what I wanted for myself and how I wanted to go, or how I wanted to be in the world, like how I wanted to be seen in the world, what was ultimately what was my deeper purpose, and how I was going to move about the world in a way that felt or is representative of me. I think all of us out there have had times in our lives where, we are going through the motions, we are being the person that everyone else is expecting us to be, or we're talking and moving in a way that we assume everyone is expecting us to move or be. And I really wanted this year to like really dig in deeper and say to myself and explore with myself, like, is the way I'm speaking, is the way I'm moving, is the way I'm being around people really my true self? Like, am I actually being my true self, or am I second guessing or holding back because of what I'm assuming what may happen based on what I say or what I do? So really, to be honest, I was like working on not giving an F and coming into my own about, being an individual, to work on me and get back to thinking of me and my needs and the things that I want, and figuring out what work-life balance would be ideal for me. So some of the things I focused on were self-care, getting back and getting into a real self-care routine for myself, and being consistent with it. I've talked about this in my self-care video, but doing more of those things and doing it weekly, consistently, and having a set day and time, and it's scheduled into my schedule versus something that's like few and far between. The other thing that I really focused on in 2018 was just getting deeper in my relationships. So not having like superficial relationships, like, oh hi, how was this, how was that, oh yeah, cool, da, 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 and then just being real surface with people. So I really started being deeper. I really started telling people what I appreciated about them, and letting them know how they've impacted my life. And I don't know if other people out there, but like, we have a connection with somebody, whether that be a friend or intimate partner or a coworker, whoever, but that connection is real, and you like feel them. I'm like a person that like feels people. Like if someone I know and someone I'm close to is sad or upset or whatever their emotions are, if they happen to come into the room, I pick up on that. Like I instantly be like, oh, are you okay? So I didn't necessarily always speak on those things or always say like, hey, I'm having a sense that something's going on with you, how are you doing? And I just started doing that more. I started going with the feelings that I had in the moment and saying what I wanted to say in the moment, and prefacing that with, oh hey, I don't know if you'd feel comfortable with hearing what I have to say, but I've noticed lately, or I'm feeling in this moment that something might be going on with you, or or I'm just sensing something. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm not sure if you want to talk about it, but I am here if you want to talk about it. So I was doing that more often, and I found that I actually ended up making connections, more in particular with some coworkers that, I hi and bye them. We're in meetings, and how's your kids? How's your dad? Oh yeah, okay, bye, and that was it. But I kept having these senses up for these coworkers, and I started, saying like, hey, I'm feeling this. Is everything okay? And more often than not, something was up and they did need a space to talk. And I was able to be that space for them to talk. And it was really, it felt good to be able to do that for some of my coworkers who are now like more like friends. And I found that like as I gotten older, my circle of friends have gotten smaller. So in doing that more with the people I'm interacting with daily, it's not that like now I have a whole roster of new friends, but I just feel like now I'm connected to people on a different level that's not superficial anymore, and that has a little bit more meaning. So that was really impactful to my life. Um, and I think it really, I think purpose, as I was saying, like that's something that I was trying to really explore deeper. Like obviously, when I feel like my purpose in the world is to be someone that creates a space that's open for someone to be able to be themselves and express whatever their feeling is, and creating spaces for people where they feel open and able to be themselves and be open and be vulnerable and say that they're not doing the best that everyone else assumes them to be, and helping them feel okay with that, but then also helping them reach whatever goals they would like to reach. So I think in my year of exploration and like just putting out those feelers for some of the people that I professionally are around, I found that like people need that. People need someone to be like, hey, are you really okay? Like I just feel like, you saying you're okay, but I feel like something else is there. And I, allowed for opportunities for people to say more. And that allowed for me to be like, okay, well, this is what I suggest that you X, Y, and Z do. Or, maybe you should consider talking to somebody more professionally related to this topic. Or in that moment, whatever the advice that I gave was enough and they were able to feel better. So building more connections with people, just getting more on a real human level with people have felt really good and feels really authentic to who I am. So I was really happy that I've allowed myself to be vulnerable in that way, to be open to people, which I feel was beneficial to others and myself. And the last thing I really focused on 2018 was the energy that I put out, like, and really paying attention to how I was feeling and how I put that energy out, and really being mindful of that. And if I had a feeling, excuse me, and if I had a feeling that I wasn't sure where that was coming from, just really sitting in it and really trying to tease it out and understand where that be coming from. Am I uncomfortable in this space? Is someone saying something that's triggering something for me? And just really getting deep and quiet within myself, and focusing on being positive and sending out positive energy. And that was a major shift for me. I think because I just had so much, I feel like this past year was so much happier for me. Not to say that I wasn't a happy person, or I'm not a happy person, I am, but it's one thing to be intentionally focused on positive energy and putting positive energy out, versus like, going through the day to day and, being happy or not happy by external things, right? Like, so I was like making a conscious effort to working on being happy, and also putting out positive energy, and speaking positively. And with doing that, like, so much good things has happened to me this year. It allowed for me to have some opportunities professionally that I don't think I would have if I wasn't actively putting this kind of energy out. So, one example, I did a video, I think several videos back in the summer of the pediatric retreat with the pediatric team at the health center that I work at, and I got a lot of positive feedback for it just feeling really good to be in a space working on team building, and it didn't feel like work, and it was fun, and people felt more motivated with the work that they're doing and felt motivated and energized to go back to work and to fix some of the little issues that we were having just with workflows and stuff like that. And more people came with a positive attitude towards fixing the problems and working together. So that was really a good goal that I set for myself, and I'm going to continue it into 2019. So in adding on to my 2018 goals, because I still want to focus on those things. In 2019, the 3 main goals that I've set for myself for 2019 is financial freedom, peace within, and love. So I spoke in my last video about the one of the steps that I'm taking towards financial freedom is to monitor my budget more often. So every Friday, like I said, I'm reviewing my spending. I'm making sure that bills got paid a certain way. I'm monitoring how I'm spending my pocket money, and then whatever I have left, I'm moving that over into savings, and hoping that in a couple of months that I'll have a little bit of a surplus that I'll be able to put into something else like a CD or something like that to help grow. But with financial freedom, I want to kill my debt. I have some debt, not big debt. Kill my debt, increase the amount of money that I have in savings, and then start exploring some other options of capitalizing on some of the money that I have saved up. So those are my goals, and I think that I can have financial freedom pretty easily. It's just a matter of managing my money the right way, right? For peace within, is just like last year I focused on self-care and doing things related to self-care and having a good self-care routine. When I'm talking about peace within, it's just like really feeling comfortable, continually working on feeling comfortable within my skin and being myself and speaking my truth and being okay with my truth and being accepting that other people may not understand my truth, and that being okay, and understanding that other people have their truth and that's true to them, and just being neutral and allowing for myself to be emotionally independent and knowing and controlling the way that I feel inside, and that there's no external stimuli that can deter how I feel. So focusing on peace within doesn't mean that I don't necessarily, that I have a whole bunch of stress that, actually it's not that. It's just working towards my emotional independence and feeling at peace within myself, with myself, and knowing that I am enough, and how I choose to be in the world is okay for me. So that's important. Love is something that I want to focus on this year as well, in a broader aspect. Like, obviously I have people that I love, and I love people, and I love working with people. I love working with my clients. I love my coworkers and stuff like that, but I want to move in the world with the thought of love first, so that as I interact with people, or as I interact in the world, or as things come into my mind, as like in terms of like watching TV, that I'm starting with love. I'm starting with a loving heart, and I'm focused on the benefit of the doubt, and I'm focused on showing love. So I'm really excited about exploring love, defining love for me, and moving about the world with love as my focus, as love as my glasses, seeing the world with a love lens, and really working on using that as a tool to really help people make serious changes in their life. So financial freedom, peace within, love, those are my 2019 goals. My 2018 goals, I'm just going to continue to build on them, continue to work on them. I think that it transfers easily into this year. And my year of exploration is not over. I am continuing to explore myself and learning from myself more and deeper. I'm really hoping that my goals are not only impactful to me, but impactful to the people that I interact with as well. So again, please like, please subscribe, please tell a friend, and and please come back.